Woo! We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Tashmare, Boss Lady Jaber, Shantivia, Modoni, Dada Sweet, and Queen herself, Tekla Clay. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? Ladies, what's up? What's good? What's poppin'? How are you doing? What's happening? 6 minutes. We begin the show. We are beginning the show in 6 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, Lydia Nyata. Hey, Richie. How are you doing? I can see you. Tekla Clay, Richie, we are waiting for you. Queen herself says, hi, Richie. Hi, Queen. How are you doing this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like this video. Share it with your community. Let's have a great conversation this evening. What's happening? What's good? Where are you watching from? This is going to be an interesting evening. We are speaking about the Shaffie Weru Radio Africa situation. The face is going to be coming up in just a few minutes. Not to worry, the face is going to be coming up in a few minutes. 6 minutes and counting. Hi, Waingo. What's up? Karibuni sana. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you on board. Thank you for being here today. Truly honored to have you here. I am so very grateful that you chose your Thursday evening to spend with me, even as we speak about the Shaffie Weru Bridget Achieng situation. We're going to be speaking about all these issues on today's show. Welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Bridget Achieng. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Karibu sana. Welcome to the show. The number one platform for entertainment, hot topics, and trending culture. This is the place to be. 360 Degrees by Richie Virgin right here each and every Thursday evening. Tashmare, welcome to the show. I can see you there. 5 minutes. The fiercest face in pop culture shall be revealed, and this show is going to be beginning. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked this video, please like it as we continue on this evening's festivities. Today is going to be a great show. Like usual, I want your opinions. We're going to start with the Shaffie Weru versus Radio Africa situation in 4 minutes. Where are you watching from? Drop those flags, drop those cities in the comment section. I'd like to know. I truly appreciate your time for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are live. Do remember to interact. Keep it interactive. Bwana Waingo, I can see you there in the comment section. The supportive tribe. Share with your community. Like this video. Tell them Richie Voja is live. We are going to be having a great conversation this evening. Speaking about Bridget Achieng, Shaffie Weru, Radio Africa, Apoko, Ringtone. I don't know what's with that name, but hey, it's not my place to judge. Oh my goodness. Lisa, hello! How are you doing? Welcome to the show. We are live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are live. We are live. Okay, we are live. Sheila Owigo. How are you doing, Richie? I am very well, my darling. How are you this evening? It's going to be a great show today. Thank you so much for being here. Lisa, Mwana Waingo. Loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear. Thank you so much for being here. Tashmare, just on time. Thank you for always telling us as it is, says Tashmare. Thank you so much for being here as well. Truly appreciate it. You know, this is the place to be for your daily dose of pop culture and trending topics. Woo! What's happening, people? What's happening? What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening? What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening? I can see in the comment section there. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to spend your Thursday evening with me right here on the 360 Degrees platform. Thanks for listening as it is, says Tashmare. We're going to be beginning the show just shortly. Thank you so much for being here, wherever you're watching us from. Truly grateful, truly grateful. Thank you for being here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are live. We are live. Post it on your IG story, tag me, direct them to the link. We're gonna be, speaking about all these great issues in just a moment. In just a moment, we are live. Tell them we are live. We are live. Our countdown, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. If you haven't liked this video, remember to like it. And of course, share with your community. Tell them we are live. Okay? We are live. This is the Thursday evening weekend show on the Richie Roger platform. This is 360 Degrees. Truly grateful for your time. Tell them the link is in the bio or you can share it with them before the show begins, all right? Thank you so much, guys. I am trying to make sure I get you on time. Link in bio. Let them know. Always a vibe. Teshmel, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for always being here, for choosing this platform each and every Thursday evening. My name is Richie Roger. If you're new to this space, this is a pop culture, entertainment, travel, and lifestyle platform. My name is Richie Roger. I am your host for this Thursday evening's show. But remember, if you are new to the channel, I want to give you a warm welcome, wholeheartedly, a heartfelt welcome from me to you. Karibu sana. Take a look at our playlist. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to interact with us. Let us know what more things you'd like to see on this platform. All right, but for today, we are going to be speaking about Ringtone Apoko, Bridget Achieng, Shaffie Weru versus Radio Africa, all in a nutshell, all right? And of course, we're going to be speaking about Unlock the Country, the hashtag Unlock the Country that's been trending on Twitter for this particular 2 days, all right? Thank you so much for being here. We're beginning the show in 40 seconds, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. The countdown begins. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. All right, we are live. Let them know we are here. Acquisition TV, one of the greatest supporters of this platform. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone who supports this channel, this platform, that I may be able to do this each and every week. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked this video, we're 13 of us. Please do like the video and comment. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. First things first, 2-1. Okay. Yes. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Richie Roger platform this magnificent Thursday, the first day of April, year 2021. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you so much. Thank you so much for everything you do for me and my siblings. Thank you for the sacrifices. Thank you for the love. Truly appreciate it. I just wish I could celebrate this day with you, but don't worry. We're going to have our moments to celebrate all those birthdays, all right? My mom today is turning 61. Happy birthday, Mom. I am so glad you are my mother. Thank you so much. I appreciate the universe for ordaining you to be my mother and for nurturing me into this world. So happy birthday, Mom. Though her birthday falls on Fool's Day, but happy birthday, Mom, nonetheless. Love you so much. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we begin the show. Tashmer, thank you so much for sending birthday wishes to my mom. I truly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Now, the gospel industry in this country is very, very funny. Did I forget to welcome you, returning subscriber? Oh, my bad. If you are a returning subscriber to the channel, like everyone watching right now, let me take this moment to welcome you back. Karibu sana. Thank you for being a champ on this platform and for always supporting me. Truly appreciate it. So this evening, we're going to be speaking about Ringtone Apoko versus Bridget Achieng. Let's start from there. Then, of course, we'll proceed to the Shaffie situation, the situation that got them fired from the Homeboys radio station, a subsidiary of Radio Africa Group. And one thing I want to say is, if that is what radio is in this country, I am so glad I am identifying and starting my own platform. That's my podcast. The link in the description box of this video as well on how you can support this platform. So do take a moment to take a look at that once you have some time. All right. So this is the Richie Roger Show. Thank you, Tekla Clay. Thank you, Rose Archibella. Thank you, Teshmer. I'm going to make sure Mommy passes if she sees those messages. I know she's watching right now, but she can't comment there. So, Mom, thank you. Happy birthday. All right. So let's speak about the Ringtone Apoko and Bridget Achieng situation. I want to play you a clip, man, Ringtone. Like, I do not know why we always agree and we place our known personalities. I don't like to use the word celebrities when it refers to Kenyan known personalities because I don't think that most of them have earned that yet. In fact, majority of them haven't earned the title of celebrity. Someone like Angelina Jolie, people who are celebrated for their works to humanity and for their celebrated status generally. Okay, but who could they just smoke shisha and smoke weed and whatever, and they post thought pictures on Instagram and we're like, okay, celebrity. No, we throw that word around a lot. In Kenya, we have a lot of known personalities. We don't have celebrities here. Not yet anyway. If you know of one celebrity, please let me know. So let's hear what Bridget accused Ringtone of taking advantage of her, sometime in the, not so, far way past. Was that 2014, she says, about 7 years ago? Ringtone took advantage of her as a up-and-coming artist, as a choir girl at Winners Chapel, Nairobi. And it got so bad on social media. Like, I think by now that video has close to almost 70,000 views on Instagram, IGTV, because she did an IGTV based on the rape culture that people were talking about this week. And so when she spoke about that, Ringtone proceeded to, kind of say some very unprintable words, through an IGTV post as well. But one thing I will say is the fact that I fail to understand if this guy is actually normal, because to me, I don't understand him. It's very interesting that these are the gospel musicians we have in this country. They're scandalous. They don't represent anything with regards to the gospel, but we keep placing them on a pedestal each and every other day. So this is what Ringtone had to say, number one, and then I'm going to go back to what Bridget says so that you know the origin of this, situation.
Stupid, kojo kalale wewe. Na mstaji chini ya chairman ovyo chairman ni chairman bana. Mimi kijana wa Mungu na mimi wacha niwaambie ukweli.
They speak like that.
Siko hapa kwa sababu ya support yenu.
Hapa kwa sababu ya nani?
Wale mmekuwa mkisupport ili kuwaangusha wamewaangusha. Mimi niko hapa kwa sababu ya support ya Mungu mwenyewe. Mimi siko hapa kwa sababu ninajua kuimba. Wale wako na sauti nzuri mnawajua hapo nje bana. Mimi niko hapa kwa sababu Mungu amewashinda akili nyinyi ambao mnaniongea. Mungu amewashinda akili nyinyi wale mnanichukia. Sasa mnajipata hapo, mnapata kitu ya upuzi hapo, mjinga shetani hapo anaongea, alafu mnaanza nyenye not me. Mimi acha niwaambie, spirit yangu hamwezi shusha. Wacha niwaambie, mimi mali niliko hamwezi nishukisha. Gari naloendesha si kwa sababu ya pesa zenyu, mahali naishi si kwa sababu ya pesa zenyu. Nyinyi msiniletea eti ng'ombe imenona iko na maziwa iko round hapo inaanza kuongea, mnaanza kuniambia kijana wa Yesu ni msafi. Mkiniangalia mimi ni msafi. Kijana wa Yesu ako na class ya wale watu ambao wanaweza muongelesha kitu. Kijana wa Yesu bana, mimi niko na standard. Sometimes msininganisha na vitu zinakaa sijui aje. Mimi ni kijana wa Yesu bana. Wacha niwaambie, ingekuwa ni kwa sababu yenu nyinyi ambao mnaniongea ujinga, ningekuwa nilioza nikakufa nikasaulika, lakini Mungu amewazidi akili. Mimi nakwambia kama ingekuwa ni kwa sababu yenu eti ndio muziki wangu ukue juu, ungekuwa mlinikataa kitambo. Simlishanikataa, mnajijua. Mungu amewazidi akili wajinga nyinyi. Mungu akawazidi akili. Niko hapa, Mungu akawazidi akili masjinga nyinyi karare. Kesho uamke kwa shida yako. Kesho uamke bana ukiwa unaishi kwa bedsitter yako. Kesho uamke bana ukiwa una stima. Kesho kaamke bwana blanketi yako imeraruka. Kesho kaamke bwana kiatu yako ni mbaya. Kesho kaamke bwana uko na tatizo na mshwari na mkopa. Na kitu yote mimi niacha maisha yangu. Niko na Mungu wangu. Ujinga mnaoongea hamuniguzi. Niko na Yesu, hamuniguzi. Niko na Baba, hamuniguzi. Niko na Yesu takataka stupid kalale. Koja mlale.
Okay, you guys, let me begin by saying this guy, number one, looks like he has a mental problem. Okay, and then look at his eyes. Okay, let me just welcome this guy's first. Oh, okay. I can see J Faiz there. Hi, J Faiz. You are never late. Thank you so much for being here. The show just began. Thank you so much for being here. This guy always speaks like he has a mental problem, like Esinjoki Amesema Apple. All right. And I want you to look at his eyes. By the way, that screen grab, I have just frozen that over there. Look at his eyes. Don't you think this is somebody who is under the influence of something? Okay, because he spoke and said a lot of things, a lot of things, but did not defend himself against the accusations that were leveled against him by Bridget. This is a gospel artist, okay? We spoke about Derek Jackson 2 weeks ago, this motivational speaker who was caught cheating and who was always talking about cheating dudes and how a dude should treat you. Now, that guy came defending himself. And this one, instead of defending himself against these accusations, he goes on a rant, calling Bridget all kinds of I'm like, wow. And then you proceed to say that you are a child of God. Which God? Please, somebody educate me in the comment section. Which God is that? Which God? Help me understand here. Let me go to your comments. Hi, Samantha. How are you doing? Jay Faiz, thank you so much for wishing my mama happy birthday. Thank you so much for that. Tekla Clay says, Uyu ametuvamia. Oh my God, you guys, Makelele Mingi, Joki. What's the bill says, why did he not defend himself? Dude sounds guilty to me. Exactly. I feel he's talking too much because he's guilty. Let me tell you something. Sometimes they always say silence is the best answer, okay? You don't have to answer to anything because sometimes when you say something, you know the way the Americans say, whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. This is one of those situations, especially with this guy, Ringtone Apoko. This guy right here. This one. No, this one. Huyu hapa nyuma yangu. This one. That one. Sometimes you do not have to respond to everything that people say, okay? It's better to have representation. There's a reason why stars have representation in terms of public relations, in terms of lawyers, in terms of their marketing. They have, institutions that handle those things for them. So somebody like Huyu Hapa, Ringtone Apoko, I fail to understand him honestly because, first of all, you come online after somebody has accused you of rape. Of all the things, someone has accused you of rape, and that is how you choose to respond. That is how you choose to respond, by calling them all sorts of names and not defending yourself from the allegations that were leveled against you. Give me a minute, guys. I just needed my mug for this one. I needed my tea, okay? How do you, by the way, if you want to give your opinion, please let me know in the comment section. You don't have to show your face. We can hear your opinion just as you are, all right? Mental illness, as Njoki says, Wambui says he did not deny the accusation. Such people give Christians a bad name. Happy birthday to your mama. Oh, thank you, sir, Wambui, for that particular opinion. Thank you so much. He's low-key laughing. He's guilty. Exactly. Like, what's the problem? I thought he joined you. Listen, at some point you have to ask yourself as an individual, like, whatever am I going to say? Is it nice? Is it kind? Is it helpful? If it's not, shut the hell up. Okay, and just watch things go by. But I'm gonna play in just about 10 minutes. I'm gonna play for you the clip. If you haven't seen it, Bridget was so emotional, so livid about one of the situations where he claimed, he led Ringtone. Sorry, and why is his name Apoko? Does somebody know the history of that name? Okay, because at some point in the video, he actually sounds very deranged. Okay. I'm sorry.
Kuna wajinga hapo wanashinda wanaongea hapa. Wewe stupid, koja ukalale wewe. Na mstaje chini ya chairman ovyo Chairman ni chairman bana. Mimi ni kijana wa Mungu Na mimi wacha niwaambie ukweli. Siko hapa kwa sababu ya support yenu. Nyinyi mnajua wale mmekuwa mkisupport ili kuwaangusha wamewaangusha. Mimi niko hapa kwa sababu ya support ya Mungu mwenyewe. Mimi siko hapa kwa sababu ninajua kuimba. Wale wako na sauti nzuri mnawajua hapo nje bana. Mimi niko hapa kwa sababu Mungu amewashinda akili nyinyi ambao mnaniongea. Mungu amewashinda akili nyinyi wale mnanichukia. Sasa mnajipata hapo, mnapata kitu ya upuzi hapo, mjinga shetani hapo anaongea alafu mnaanza nyenye not me. Mimi
This is the same person who calls himself a Christian, a gospel musician, with the same mouth saying, Mungu ananipenda ni sababu ya Mungu niko hapa. But the same mouth they're using to insult and bash somebody else, a woman who has just accused him of rape. Okay? And let's go to your comments a bit, okay? He did not deny the accusations that people give Christians a bad name. All right. Na hayo matusi yote hata shetani amekaa kando anashanga. Oh my God, Tesh. Esinjoki, why body shaming her? Exactly. Focus on the issue. You know, the problem with such people is they try to deflect from the main issue. So they direct attention to another subject out of the subject matter that's at hand. All right. Lois says the court of public opinion has found him guilty. Thank you so much, Lois, for being here. Truly appreciate you from Little Italy, all the way from Watamu. Thank you so much, Esinjoki. True Rich's silence would have proved Anawekelewa, but he's talking shit and body shaming her. That's actually very true. The J5 says the guilty always deflect, distract, and gaslight. That is very true. This guy is very crazy. He likes to mind people's business. Do you know what? It's not the first time that Ringtone is being accused of things like this, because we have had these accusations in the past from so many numerous other women. And for someone like this, it's very unfortunate that you do not have representation in terms of PR, you do not have representation in terms of a lawyer, and you do not have a representation in terms of people who are managing your brand. Because things like this in countries like, the Western world, things like this damage people's career and people end up losing so much. Look at the way Derek Jackson has lost so much because of just cheating. Okay, he didn't rape anybody, but he was cheating on his wife. But it's because he equally misrepresented his brand and who he was, preaching water and drinking wine. That's why I keep telling people, come as you are, okay? People will embrace you with your truth and your flaws. I can't consider this man a gospel artist in Kenya one bit. I cannot. Because if this is what is representative of the gospel industry, I'd rather not be a part of it at all. I can see Miss Chenny in the building. Hi, Miss Chenny. How are you doing? Oh, I did, oopsie. But also, I'm wondering, why would someone stay for 7 years then come out that someone raped you? Bridget has also done so many crazy things even before she got her child. So found her out of order. Dee, I want to advise you that, one thing we don't always do is, when somebody comes up with an accusation, it doesn't matter how long it has been. It doesn't really matter if it's been years, because some people take years to recover from trauma. Some people take years before they find their voice, in society. Some people take years before they get to recover from something that happened to them in their childhood. Trauma is something that is so damaging to people, all right? Maureen Kabura, thank you so much, Maureen. Truly appreciate it. Thank you for supporting this channel. Truly appreciate you, Maureen Kabura. Truly appreciate you. I can see you. Thank you so much for supporting the Richie Roger platform all the way from the US of A. Thank you so much. So, like I was saying, Dee, sometimes it takes so many years. Trauma is something so complicated. I have learned and read about trauma, and it's something that you can joke with, okay? So many people are damaged out here because of traumas from the past, traumas from their parents, traumas from their siblings, traumas from family situations. It takes people sometimes years because, number one, in this country, we do not advocate for mental health in such a good way. Because if someone tells you they are struggling with their mental health, the first thing we do is judge them and be like, oh, unafaa kwenda madhare, And it's very unfortunate that even during this corona period, during the COVID-19 pandemic period, so many people have gone through depression. That is mental health. Some people have killed themselves caused by mental health. So we cannot always say trauma to the brain is something we can't just downplay. And when somebody comes forth and says, it's not very easy for someone, I'm not even a woman, but before someone comes and says, I was raped, please imagine the amount of courage they have had to gather before giving that information to the world. All right? I can see Miss Chenny here. Thank you, Miss Chenny, for being here. Jokuingia, hi, how are you doing? Fatma Hamid, welcome to the show. Better late than never, but you're just in time, all right? Samantha Adele is here as well. Welcome, Samantha. Yes, Samantha Mekutangulia D. It doesn't matter whether it was 7 years. It doesn't reduce the fact that it is still rape. Thank you, Lois, for that, that wonderful, wonderful comment. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, these are human beings, all right? And these are people with feelings. These are people, with the same red coursing through their veins just like you, all right? And sometimes before you go through a situation, you can possibly speak about it. There's some situations you can possibly speak about before you go through it, all right? So, but I said in the next few minutes, in the next 1 minute, I want to play the clip by Bridget. We're going to go bit by bit so that we don't miss any information and we can be able to decipher, especially that part. But Bridget called out a lot of people. And it's very sad, okay, that in Kenya, even women leaders, okay, women leaders, I've not seen anyone stand up against this. This lady who was raped Velvin, which women leader did you see come to the news or even on social media to condemn it? Not the former prime minister's wife, not the first lady, not the second lady, not our women reps. Who? Not our female governors. Who did you see advocating, talking about gender-based violence? Which woman did you see? I'll wait. Okay, if you have never gone through sexual assault, you will not understand, Bridget. I went through that at the age of 4 from a cousin and found courage to talk about it at the age of 31. It's not easy to open up. Oh my God, Rose, I'm so sorry about that experience. And you are right. It's not easy to talk about these things. Come, let me tell you something. If someone sometimes just gropes you, it's very hard to tell someone, hey, this person has groped me, because that's sexual assault as well, okay? It's very hard. If that is hard, you can imagine if someone rapes you, molests you, takes advantage of you. You can imagine the trauma. To even speak about that, because society has already put it like it is such a taboo. Like, oh, you were raped. No, because you react like that, these people will never come forth with this information. And I'm very sure out of all of you here, you equally know 1 or 2 people who have been sexually assaulted by someone you know. And it's always very unfortunate that these people who do this are people who are amongst us. Right? Di hapo umeongea, why did Bridget wait all these years to come out? I mean, see, like I said, rape is rape, no matter when it happened, how it happened. It takes years for some people to always experience those. Rosa, really, I'm so sorry to hear about your experience. From Miss Chenny there. He never said he didn't do it. Yes, Brenda, that's my point too. This guy never said he didn't do it. Because with this gloating, calling this woman all sorts of unprintable names, he never said he didn't do it. Okay? He just said, Mimi safi kama pamba mtoto wa Mungu, and with the same mouth he used to mention God. Okay? This is the same mouth he was actually using to body shame this woman and call her all sorts of names. One thing I know about this lady, Bridget, is that she's very resilient, okay? And she's very tough. But let's listen in on what Bridget had to say that very day. Watch out to tell who you are.
For the live to have enough people. Then I've been media, okay. I thought I've been radio. At some point in my life, I thought I would get that platform to impact in people positively. And I'm just so sad that our country people, I'm just so sad that our country people normalize rape. There's no justification for rape. And Janet Mbugua, thank you so much for helping the girl child. Thank you so much for standing with the girl child. We are supposed to use these platforms to impact lives positively and not negatively. And I'm talking as somebody who, I'm coming in as somebody who have been through same situation in my life. I've been put on a corner just because I'm coming from the ghetto. I go to visit a man who says, oh, Bridget, that time I was in choir, I was in Winners Chapel. This is way back. This is way back in like 2014 or 2013. I don't remember. But that's just about that time. I went to meet this man called Ringtone. And I'm going to put it out here. And it's not for clouds, fuck clouds, because most of the time, you don't see me even posting a picture. I'm a busy woman. I'm 32 years old woman. I don't have time for that. You cannot say that because I wore a short dress, it's okay for me to be raped. Just because Bridget wore a top that is showing cleavage, it's okay for Bridget to be raped. No. And I put my life in Ringtone's arm, thinking this man is going to help my career as a musician and as a choir girl, that when I go and visit Ringtone, he told me, come to my house. And this man took advantage of me. I've never talked about it. And I just told my sister last night. And I was living in Kibera. I remember very well. We used to live in Kibera, Lindi. And I didn't have power to even do anything to this man. And he told me, you will do nothing about it, Bridget. You will go nowhere. And today I speak about it because at least we have a woman like Janet Mbugua who can stand and speak for women. And she's using her fame to do something productive. It is not okay for any woman to be taken advantage of. It is not okay just because you think you have a few millions in your account to go and rape someone's daughter. Because if it's your sister, you would not take it. Ringtone took advantage of me 7 years back, and he told me I would do nothing just because, even if he told me if I go to the police, if I do whatever, nobody will come for my rescue because I don't have money to chase it. It will be his money against my mouth.
Woo! Okay. I'm gonna just pause this there for a minute, and then we're gonna go to the comment section. Okay, let's go to the comment section and just relive this one more time. Okay, and I'm gonna hold you to it. Like, just pause there. Think about what Bridget has said. Okay, victim shaming is what makes keep some of them some stuff to themselves. Yes, come as to Yeshaun Elisha, even nobody's a free man, and life went on like nothing happened. The justice come from God. All right, we're gonna be discussing that too. Tekla, thank you for that. Wish she was also very emotional when she went bribing cops to silence a murder case when a 17-year-old died at her show. I'm not against Bridget, but I find her double standard. Well, Dee, do you have proof to that effect that she bribed the police? Okay, I'd never like to talk about something I can't back up. Is there for me? From a whole grown man, Jay Faiz. Oh my God, that's all he took from there. But Chibella says, it took a lot of therapy here in Europe to be able to open up to family back home. I'm at a good place. Please never victim shame regardless of their past. Dio Mesquiayo. Never victim shame anybody regardless of their past. What I'm telling you, Makosagani, if they say they were sexually assaulted or molested by somebody, don't drag their past into the story they are trying to tell you right now. Okay, it's invalidating their story, their horror story, the livid situation that they lived through that whole experience. All right. Sinjoki says, I feel like Kenya now should take serious actions towards rape, and women should be taken seriously. Aki, it's so sad. You are very, very, very right. Miss Jenny there, some tears. It's really sad. It's so painful, Aki. Okay. Bridget said one thing that actually kind of cut through my heart. I was like, somebody tells you, no matter what you go and say, you will have nothing. It will be my millions against your mouth. It will be my money against your mouth. You see where we are, society? Like, we worship money. And unfortunately in Kenya, that is what we have been taught, even since we were children. You see people buying their way through things, okay? I'm going to speak about that Shaffie Weru situation in the next, couple of minutes, because that was actually funny, because Shaffie has earned over 120 million from Radio Africa since he was employed. All right. And now he's suing Radio Africa for 21 million for his loose mouth. Okay. Sometimes I tell people, many times I tell people, it's not what you say. Okay. It is how you say it that matters. All right. It's not what you say, it is how you say it. And for most people, what resonated with that Shaffie Weru situation is not what was said, it's how they said it. Right? That is what pissed off most people. It's how they said it, because they said it in such a sarcastic tone, very funny, they were laughing. I was like, wow, that is the reason you got the backlash. Sometimes you can express your opinion in a very stern manner, you will get the backlash, but you won't be you don't get such actions as extremes as was extended to them. But in this Bridget versus Ringtone situation, it's very sad, okay, that even there's a woman I know, okay, personally, who said, I don't believe her, a woman. So you can imagine, if a woman is coming forth and saying, I do not believe you, what do you expect men to say? Food for thought. What do you expect men to say? If a woman says they've been raped and another woman says, I don't believe her, it's very unfortunate. And these are people who are known to Bridget. Very unfortunate. Somebody shares their story with you. Let me tell you something. Some of these situations are very, very, how do I call it? Not very serious. You don't take them seriously until it hits your doorstep, until it hits home. When it has happened to somebody close to you, your blood, your relative, somebody you know, a friend, then you will take it seriously. Because for some of you in this comment section, I'm very sure if your friend told you the way, you will not be reacting the way some of you are writing your comments right now. Okay, let's proceed and listen in.
And true to his word, nothing happened. I went to Kilimani, nothing happened. That time Ringtone used to stay in Westland. And he used to take, and I stand and I tell all women who, any man has taken advantage of, we are going to stand for ourselves. We are going to stand for our rights. Women go through so much even in this country, and they cannot go out there just because they are told you don't have power to do anything. It is so sad that Jalango, you can write that on your Instagram just because you have a few million followers, and there is nothing we can do about it. It is okay for a man because he gave me 1,000. It is okay for him to hold me tight and rape me because I ate his 1,000.
There you go. I told you today we are just dissecting point by point what these people are saying. So you remember last week, let's relate it with the Shaffie Weru situation. You know what they said? Akakuja kileleshwa, unakuja kileleshwa sijui nini. They were trying to relate it to somehow weird story. And my take was, so because somebody has sent you money, let me tell you something. If someone wants to see you, that's an invitation. I keep telling people, and I always make it known, if that is what you want, make the intention known forthwith. Make the intention known before you send somebody that fare, which you are obligated to say no to. Be like, I'm not sending any money. If you can't see me today, well, okay, fine. I'll figure something out. But we enable these people because somebody sent you 1,000 shillings. They are obliged to rape you. You're obliged to sex. So in essence, it is barter trade. So I give you fare, you give me sex. I give you food, you give me... What is that? Okay? In what world does that happen? This country sometimes mesmerizes me. And what Jalango wrote on his Instagram, sometimes I'm baffled by some of these people who are given these big platforms. And I'm telling you today, this platform right here, all of you 18 people who are here right now, this platform is going to be one of the biggest platforms in East Africa and in Africa within the next 8 months. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to prove it to you. Right? Sometimes people respond to authenticity. All right? So by the time somebody like Bridget comes, nobody ever jokes about sexual assault. Nobody will joke about something like, who in their right mind will want to put themselves out there in the face of the universe to joke about sexual assault? Who? Show me. I'll wait. All right? If a man had me like that, I would burn down his house while he was sleeping. Ooh, Brenda, well, that's extreme. Oh, yeah, here, Lois says, nobody in their right mind lies about assault unless they are psychopaths. That's very true. D, I opened up to family and no one believed me. I also did not have a clean past. But if I told a woman and she tell me she does not believe me, then women, yes, women, be your sister's keeper. You have to learn to be your sister's keeper, by the way. A brother be your sister's keeper, a sister be your sister's keeper. Because at the end of the day, if a woman can, like this woman, like I know her, she says she doesn't believe Bridget was raped. I was like, wait, what? I can't believe that came out of your mouth. What do you mean you don't believe her? Do you know the courage it takes for someone to come forth and say they were molested sexually? Some of you don't understand that and will never do. Okay?
Is that okay? Jalango, you have a daughter. Shaffie Weru, you have a daughter. John Falme, I don't know if you have a kid or you don't have. I don't know about that. But I know Shaffie Weru has a daughter. I know, what is this other one? There's this other guy who used to host with Kamene. Andrew Kibe. What's wrong? Because always you need to go to a psychiatrist. You need to go and get checked. You always talk badly about women. Since I used to follow you, then all of a sudden I was like, what's this guy? Who gives this guy? What gives this guy the energy to just talk anyhow about women? You even sleep with underage kids, and you still have the audacity. It's the audacity for me, for you to go online and speak nonsense. Now, usiogope hata Mungu. Do you have a sister? Do you have an auntie? Do you have a mother? Mamako kesha kukupigia simu, she was walking to the market in the morning and she's raped. How would you feel?
You remember what I said? When it hits close to home, that is when most of you or most of us take it seriously. But when other people say their story, we always tend to brush it off like it's nothing. All right? And it's very true. Like these people who are given platforms, Let me tell you a story. One of the bosses in one of the biggest radio houses in Kenya told me I do not fit into their radio station because my style is not what they're looking for. And unfortunately, some of these people we are talking about today were on those stations and those platforms. So I said, with my training, with my talent, with my expertise, I cannot fit there. But these uncouth people who are given platforms fit there. Told me something about the ethos and the ethics of those particular organizations, the media executives there, and everybody else behind those brands. I said, no. If that is what is on radio right now, I am so glad I am not on radio. Because gone are the days when we had people like Larry King. Even when Williams was on radio, her show was very good. But then you would never find them demeaning and degrading people the way we do on Kenyan media. And the unfortunate thing is right now, you see, even on this comment section, Lois says, women, we are our own worst enemies. And that's actually very true. Because a woman has said they were raped, but then they are quick to say, I don't believe her. What gives you that sense of entitlement? What gives you that sense of entitlement? To their own experience. That is the one thing that actually is the downfall of, let's say, modern African society. The sense of entitlement we have to other people's experiences, such that we are ready to shoot them down because they have said this. We're like, no, that did not happen. How do you know? Were you there? Let's proceed. Some of us were never gathered yet. We've never gathered that yet. Okay. Let's listen to what
our Kenyan men. I know you can be lousy mouths. I know you can be anything, but please don't justify rape. It could be your sister tomorrow. A girl, spinal cord ilipatikana broken, her uterus was out there. She was dead. Is that okay? Is it okay?
So this is the thing. This lady, Velvin, that is a story for another day. I won't go into details so much about that. But this lady was raped, her spinal cord broken, her uterus was out. I was like, what kind of ritual were this man doing on this young girl? A lady in her 20s, because she put herself out. Let me tell you something. Whether you go meet a man in a hotel, whether you go meet a man in the bush, whether you go meet a man in the car, whether you go meet a man in their house, whether a man comes to visit you in your house, it is not an invitation to have you raped. It is not. It will never be. Okay? So this situation where people are insinuating, oh, okay, so now I'm going to play it down. But then if a woman comes and says, I was raped, we'll be like, quick to question. Who are you to question somebody else's experience? I will listen to you. I will believe you until otherwise proven. Okay? Let's not invalidate other people's experiences, especially if we have never been in their shoes. That's one of the things I keep saying, even to my friends. I gathered this other lady. I was like, you cannot be a woman and speak like that about another woman's experiences in front of me. You must be very ignorant. It is very sad that somebody comes and shares their experience like this, and then this clown over here reacts God knows how.
Because ni mtoto wa mtu ama would sit down and talk about a short skirt.
Let's talk about
happened to what happened? What is happening to Kenya?
Mm-hmm.
See, mambo ya corona, we're already going through so much through Jaden's hands. Then now this.
Listen, what has someone's dressing got to do with your mind and you thinking about raping them? What? We have had kids, young kids who are 2. Please tell me what cleavage they showed, what legs they showed, what ass they showed. I will wait. This rape culture has so much emphasis based on gender issues and gender norms within society. Okay, so until we restructure that form of thinking, we are never going to be satisfied about who we are individually. Men need to be educated. Women need to be educated. Each and every person in society needs to be educated. A woman should not leave the house and be wary if she's going to come back home alive or whether she's going to be raped. And then you have these cis shit men on social media platforms advocating about stupid things, people who have daughters as kids. That's the most unfortunate part of this particular whole story. Okay? And for someone like this,
yangu mwezi shusha, wacha niwaambie mimi mali niliko mwezi nishukisha. Gari naloendesha si kwa sababu ya pesa zenyu, mali naishi si kwa sababu ya pesa zenyu. Nyinyi msiniletea. Eti ng'ombe imenona iko na maziwa iko round hapo inaanza kuongea, mnaanza kuniambia kijana wa Yesu ni msafi.
It is the audacity of insulting someone and then in the same breath, before you even breathe out, in the same breath, umeita mtu ng'ombe, sijui nini, body shaming someone and then say kijana wa Yesu ni msafi. You know, that's why I keep telling people, if this is the God you believe in and you serve, yeah, I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd rather not, you know, be part of that. I'd rather not have that God. Okay. Queen herself says, I believe her. Anybody can get raped, even prostitutes get raped. Even wives, married women get raped by their husbands. Okay. So this notion that rape is a reserve for some particular breed of people in society, which ones? Okay, even married women get raped by their husbands. And that's one of the hardest things to prove. How do you tell someone prove that? How do you tell them? These people who say we don't believe it, how? That is already adding to the trauma that these people have gone through. Okay. Very true, Rose. Bella says Kenya should normalize sex education at a young age and start teaching our youths about respect of both genders. It should start from home. All right. It should really start from home because listen, let me tell you something. You know, when we were growing up, at least I went through that home science class. Was it home science? To look at parts of the body, puberty, you know, shoulders broaden, hips widen, you know, and all those things. I don't know if that is encompassed in gender studies these days in school, because from then when you learn about your human body, because let me tell you something, most of us Africans, actually, we are afraid of our own nakedness because we have been taught, feature uchi, like it's like your body is bad. Who has actually taught you your body is bad? This is a conversation that starts from, you know, the household, because it's like parents these days just want to throw their kids in school. They can be taught everything there. We are not going to have these conversations with them because they find it embarrassing. How? Times have changed. It's the new millennia. And you're still sending your kids to school to learn sex education. You don't want to teach your kids about these things as a parent. Okay. And you wonder what's wrong with society. I am not a parent, but I know that is how it's supposed to be done. These are your tasks as people who have nurtured and brought people into this world, okay? If education started from home about some of these things, we would not be dealing with half the situations we are dealing with right now. All right? Cash normalize sex education, very true, Rose. Jalango just reeks a dull wit for me. J5, okay. Rape is a very sensitive subject that people choose to address at their own time. Bridget decided to tell her story at her own time. There you go. Thank you for that wonderful, you know, opinion, Tashma. It's very true. You choose your time to share your story. Nobody's going to pressure you to share a story at any particular given time, but you choose your particular time to share your story. And thank you to everyone who supports this channel. Before I go any further, I'd like to thank, you know, Miriam for supporting this channel today. Thank you so much to all our benefactors. Maureen Kabura, all the way from the USA. Thank you for the stand wave that you just did to the channel. Truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Always appreciated. All right. What's it better say? Ringtone Apoko, Aki, humble yourself. Material things don't belong in the kingdom of God. These people who always talk about all these things, I always say, and put yourself in this particular person's shoes. Okay? Let me tell you something. We have seen powerful men and women in this world die. They go in the same graves that the paupers go to. There is nothing special about a grave. There's nothing special about being cremated. The end is the same. The one fate of everybody in this world is how we exit. Okay? That's the one decided fate by this universe of how everyone will exit is by death. So when you're here on this planet, your time is to be the best human being you could possibly be for you and for the people that are around you. But if we have people like this who constantly put out music and we are all over there supporting and streaming and do collaborations with other so-called Christians, then I don't want to be a part of that. Because it is the normal sellout conversation we need to have. These people have sold us out. You want to tell me this is a Christian? According to whose book? Brenda says, in high school, I was groped by an administrator because I had a short skirt. Long story short, he got fired and I was close to banning the school. I was so angry. That's why I keep telling people, was it D? D, you see what Brenda has written right here. The amount of anger and a situation or an experience can trigger you, can damage you for the rest of your life. Okay? Look at Brenda. Brenda is saying she will almost want to ban the whole school because she was groped. Right? Look at that. And you want to tell me it is very easy to just decipher and say, you know what, this is what happens, blah, blah. It's not easy. It is not. And I can assure you that 100%. Most of these people go through such challenging times because, number one, of people who don't choose to believe their story. You can rebuttal it a little bit when investigations are done, they find out no, but never tell someone, I don't believe you. That is the biggest punch in the gut you could ever give them. Aki, if I ever come across this guy, Aki, Namroshiama. Oh my God, don't be angry. Don't be angry. We're just here to, talk about them and, give our perspective and educate one another. Okay? Kenya has become so risky in the streets. If the male gender know you're trapped in their company for money hustle, if you're keen, many cases are such like related. So let's also be careful. As much as you say, let's be careful, it's everyone's duty to be careful. It's everyone's duty to be careful of how they act, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be responsible for your own actions. Because now you've raped this girl, you've killed her. You're going to be arrested. You're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. Who needed to be careful about their actions in this case? Okay, you've already killed somebody. You ruined their life. You ruined a family. Do you know the ripple effect about ending someone's life? That is what I keep telling people. Do you know the ripple effect it has on their family, their loved ones, their friends, their colleagues? You leave a chain of emotionally damaged people with the actions that you take. Even for your family, it is very bad to be able to come back from that. Imagine you've already been labeled a rapist. Do you think people will look at you the same? They won't. And for me, some of these personalities, I unfold them straight off online. Like I look, not even look up to them. I don't really look up to them, but I'm like, you know what? I respect your hustle and what you're building for your brand and how you're taking care of yours and your own and how you're making your bread. But what I don't respect is that part where you do not care for humanity. All right? I'm a mother of 2 daughters, 2 and 5, and they already know which parts of their bodies belong to them only and no one else. Good job, Rosa Chibela. Superwoman. That is what a mother should do, okay? No one else should touch without their permission, teaching when they are young. Exactly. When these young ones grow up with, let me tell you something. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, okay? People who have grown knowing women are objects, sexual objects, not human beings. How, wanasema samaki mkunje angali mbichi. I know my Swahili too, okay? So teach them when they are young. Even the Bible says, let me tell you something. I know the Bible because I learned it. Teach them their ways so that they will never depart from it, okay? Teach them those ways that they never may depart from it. They will never depart from it. If you teach these kids at a young age, let me tell you something. This is knowledge that they will always have with them from a young age into teenage years, into young adults, into their old age. They will have that knowledge. And that is the way you raise empowered human beings in this world. Rose Archibella, power to you. Thank you for that. No brand will ever want to associate with Apoko, and if they do, we shall boycott them altogether. Tesh, you don't even have to say that twice, because I don't think there's anyone who would want to associate themselves with such an individual. Akwapi? Akapa. This one. Nobody will ever want to associate with that. Let me tell you something. If the comments, okay, that Nani made, Shaffie Weru made on Instagram, on that IGTV video, are what caused them to get fired. These were the actions of the staff, okay? And by extension, they represent the firm, the company, the entity. So EABL decided to withdraw their ads because of the actions of these particular individuals. That is punishment to Radio Africa as a company. And best believe the bosses will take action. Let me tell you something. When somebody is coming to take bread off of your plate, what do? You defend your plate, okay? It is very easy. That's why people sign contracts. And some of those contracts are very heavy and they have so many clauses there, such that if you mess up once, you can't be able to sue the company, especially if you're the one who messed up. So we're going to be talking about that Radio Africa situation versus Shaffie Weru in just a minute. And then I'm going to be telling you how these people earn ridiculous amounts of money on these platforms. That's why they fight for their place. And it's very important to be very careful with what you say on air, especially if you want to defend your job. It's okay to have an opinion. An opinion is an anus. Everybody has one, okay? But at the end of the day, it's not what you say. It is how you say it that matters. Comment section about to get little Nelingari in the building. Hi, Nelingari. What's up? How are you doing? All the way from, is it Botswana? I hope I got that right. Listen, one thing I love about my keyboard section is I intend to know each and every one of you personally. Like, I know Rosa Chibella is watching from Germany. I know Nelly is watching from Botswana. Like, I try to know you guys one by one, such that when somebody misses a show, I can be like, this person missed the show this day. All right? Misogynist and patriarchy society, sad. That's the thing. Like, it is a male-driven society. Like, we have allowed that to happen. And when women are making moves, we try to tear them down and reduce them to certain objects of what they are and how they were seen before. And that's the unfortunate bit about, even dealing with Kenyans. Because I always say, from my perspective, sometimes we don't really have to do so much. Okay, but what we can do is speak about these issues when they occur. Like this past week, I'm not seeing any leader, even any female leader, just talk about this gender-based violence issues that are on the rise right now. Especially this COVID period, they have been on the rise like so bad. But our female politicians are more interested in BBI than helping their own women folk. So let me tell you something. By the time the next election is coming, get rid of those ones, elect new ones. But then only the wise will hear. That is a word to the wise. Right? Some people are so haphazard with their brands. One stupid mistake spoils everything. Be consistent as an individual. That's why I keep saying, even when I come to you, to YouTube, I come as I am, okay? I'm not trying to put on a front saying I'm this person when I'm not. I'm not trying to pretend that I am Saint Gabriel when I am merely Richie Roger. Come as you are. Okay, whoever you are, even, and today I don't know, I'm going to put the Bible for long because it's something I've read for a very long time as a document. Even when I say this guy keeps speaking about Christ and all these things, Christ says, come as you are. Okay? Kuja ulivyo, jinsi ulivyo. That's why I keep saying, I don't trust these people who judge other people for committing sins differently. We all sin differently. Sin is sin. Then sin is sin, okay? So whether somebody murdered somebody or whether you stole a pencil from somebody, sin is sin, all right? So these people committing these things and always want to deflect perspective, like this particular individual here.
Mkiniangalia mimi ni msafi, kijana wa Yesu ako na class ya wale watu ambao wanaweza muongelesha kitu.
Listen, if that is class, I do not want to be identified as a classy person, okay? If that right there is class, this right here is class, I do not want to be identified as a classy person. I'd rather be known as ratchet if this is what class represents. I have refused, all right? Shaffie became a liability, so homeboys had to cut their losses. Of course, if you have, as a company, you've lost 150 million shillings in revenue because based on the actions of one person, let me tell you something. You're going to get rid of the liability. Okay, Mary Menyaki says, here to show Richie love like always. Thank you so much. Yes, Nelly guy watching from Botswana. Of course, Nelly, I know you're Kenyan. Rose says, love you. Thank you so much, Rose. Truly appreciate it. And guys, if you haven't clicked on my GoFundMe page and on my GoFundMe account, please just take a moment to go look. Okay, even if you are not capable of contributing, just look at the story there, read it, resonate with it, and get to understand why I come here every Thursday to get to be able to raise funds for me to start my own individual podcast. Okay. So if you haven't checked the story out, just click the GoFundMe. It will give you the whole story. Or you can go on my page timeline. There's a video titled New Beginning. I will put the annotation right here after this video, and then you can watch that too. So thank you guys so much for always supporting me. I am truly, truly grateful. All right, I see McKenna. Heidi, I'm here watching closely, just as busy with my little sunshine. McKenna, thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate your time as well. Umi Irene, better late than never, Umi. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you as well. These are my normal tribe, the people who support this channel. Thank you so much. And for Maureen Kabura for contributing to the platform today. Thank you so much all the way from the US. We truly appreciate your support. All right. D. Upsi says, Sharon's case made me lose hope with justice in Kenya. So unfortunate. Oh my God, Sharon's case was actually quite depressing. It was depressing to watch in the fact that someone who has been, someone who has been, who was pregnant. Imagine you get pregnant with a dude and you die by the same hand. No matter what the situation was, listen, by a show of hands in the comment section, how many of you know men who have kids outside their marriages? How many? Whether powerful men or just people around you, your friends, how many of you in the comment section, raise your hand, who know of a man who has a child outside of his marriage? How many? Would you rather deal with the scandal of having a child outside your marriage, or would you rather deal with the scandal of you have killed somebody you're having an affair with plus the unborn child? What would you rather deal with? We know polygamy exists in this world. We know it does. Okay, so I kept wondering, why the need to kill this lady with an unborn child? Why? It's very sad, and those are curses to the universe. Some of these people will never know what peace is, and the generations to come. They always say sometimes you're cast to the 7th generation because of something that you do. And some people, even on this planet right now, are paying for the sins of their forefathers. Brenda says, Kenya has a rape culture problem like India and Pakistan. Sexual abuse is not about sex. It's about power, dominance, and control. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you for pouring such wisdom on the comment section. It is actually true. This is about power, dominance, and control. It's like people want to assert authority even where you don't need to. It's not necessary. These are things that you can actually do away with. Okay? You do not have to prove to anyone. Like I told myself. Like I was rejected on TV, national television in Kenya. I've been rejected on so many TV stations, radio stations, blah, blah, blah. But one thing my mama always told me, and once again, happy birthday, Mom. I know you're watching. It's my mom's birthday today. One thing my mom has always told me is you do not have to prove anything to anybody. Okay? If you're a man, you do not have to prove to somebody that you're a man by pulling out your manhood and raping them. You don't have to prove to anybody that you're a man. When they see you, they'll just know this is a man. You do not have to prove anything. Sometimes we fault in our ways because we are constantly trying to prove points to people who don't really care about us, especially in this day and age of social media. Oh, look at all the people who know somebody who has had kids outside of their marriage. Look at them. Lisa, Lois, Rosa Chibella, Umi Rose. Look at them. They all know people who have had, kids outside of their marriage. All right. And it's unfortunate. That is a scandal you can deal with. But would you rather be painted and tainted with the image and memory that you killed your side chick plus the unborn child? Sometimes my heart bleeds for this country and some of the things that goes on here. That's why so many people leave and never want to come back. They only want to come back to see how their family is doing and go back to and find places of peace outside these borders. You might love your home, but then what happens in your home drives you away. Okay? May their generations be cast. And that's very true. They will always be cast because of that. Happy birthday, Mom. Oh, thank you guys for the birthday messages to my mom, Queen herself. Laser Liz, thank you so much. Brenda says, rape is the most underreported crime. 60% of sexual assaults are not reported according to the CDC. And this is the Center for Disease Control, okay? Saying 63% of sexual assault cases are not reported, you know? Yes, I saw Mike Oshie write a certain post on Instagram. Let me look for it and find it. It was actually very, very interesting to see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It was something to do with teaching, you know, this man, Mike Oshie. Yes. I have found the profile. Ooh, okay. This is what Mike Oshie wrote on his Instagram, and I want you guys to pay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. D Oopsie, thank you so much for that. Vera Keys, hi, better late than never, Vera Keys. Thank you so much. One of our supporters from the USA as well. Vera Keys, truly appreciate your support on this platform. McKenna, happy birthday, Mama Richie. Blessings. Thank you so much. Come to show some love. Thank you so much, Vera. Truly appreciate it. Mary Manyeki says, happy birthday, Mama. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll pass on your birthday messages. And I know she's watching, so she's seeing all these things. Mike Oshie said, and I will read it to you. You want the truth? Many men don't actually view women as human beings. They see women as objects for sexual gratification, cooks and cleaners who are there to tend to their every need. That's why a guy will buy lunch and expect sex. He has done the most. You should be impressed. He will expect his girl to come home tired from work, cook and pamper him, and do homework with the kids as he chills and waits to demand for sex. Because guess what women do? Women don't get tired, men do. Many men simply don't see women as people who have hopes and dreams and aspirations. That's why they don't understand when women are demanding to be heard of and respected. How can he respect someone he sees as an object and not a being? He proceeded to say, as his caption, I think the fundamental problems we have in this country is that men don't see women as human beings, and that's very telling. Please tell me what part of that is not true. Tell me what part of that is not true. Oh, I can see Grace Manasseh in the building. Happy birthday to the Queen. Thank you. Happy birthday, Mama, from Grace Manasseh, one of our greatest benefactors and supporters of the platform all the way from the USA. Thank you so much, Grace Manasseh, for that. Samantha Adele, good night, everyone. I know in Russia it's late. Thank you so much, Samantha, for being here. Thank you for your support this evening. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Vera Keys, for your support. Lakini, I don't understand men. What's wrong with men and sex? Why are they always on heat? Mozachibella, come on, Mozachibella, you are Mozachibella. That is so funny. Oh my God, Vera Keys coming through. Vera Keys supporting all the way from the USA via Wave. Thank you so much, Vera Keys, for supporting the channel. Truly appreciate you. One of our greatest supporters and benefactors on this platform. Thank you so much, Vera Keys, today. And Maureen Kabura as well, all the way in the United States of America, watching and supporting us in the best way they know how. Thank you for that. And also Vera Keys saying, happy birthday, Mama Richie, our mom. One day I will do a YouTube video with my mom. She's such a lovely person. She is one of my greatest queens, my greatest role model. Like every time I talk about her strength and her resilience, that is something I took from her. Even with all the rejection I faced in Kenya and the Kenya media from the year 2013, 7 years down the line, 8 years actually, I am still here, resilient than ever and always bringing you content every week. That is where I get my strength from. So happy birthday, Mama. I love you so much. And everybody says you're the spitting image of your mom. You know what? I think that's a compliment because I'd rather look like that woman because she stands for something and I stand on the shoulders of a great woman in this world. So happy birthday, Mama. Love you so much. All right. Thank you guys so much for supporting this platform and for being here. One thing I want to talk about is the issue of Shaffie Weru, okay? Let me remove that from the screen because we don't want to see that guy's face no more. It's so ugly, it's so irritating. I just don't want to be, anywhere. Like, his aura is just bad. That Ringtone Apoko. Where does it come from? Does it come from Kisii? And let me tell you something. I cannot trust a man who looks like this. And if you look at his eyes very well, guys. Look at his eyes.
Mimi niko na standard. Sometimes mzininganisha na vitu.
Look at his eyes. By the way, I've frozen it. There's a screen grab. Do you think this is not someone who is under the influence of something? Look at that. This is someone who is under the influence. Look at this over here. Someone under the influence of something. Because this does not look like a normal person speaking like this after you're accused of rape. Will you come online of all when you come online trying to act like this after somebody has accused you of rape, man or woman? And it's time we teach men equally that when you're sexually assaulted, it's equally appropriate to talk about it. It goes to that thing of emasculation and toxic masculinity. Because they will say like, oh, you're weak. How are you molested? Oh, or other way, you enjoyed it. How can a man be molested? You know, those are the things people keep saying. Okay, enough with that clown, because I can't stand his ass. If those are the caliber of Christians and gospel musicians in this country, you know what? I'd rather not be associated with that industry at all. Okay. So thank you everybody who supports this platform, who comes and watches, who interacts with us, who tells us where they're watching from, who spends their Thursday evening with us. Like, I truly appreciate your support. All right. Our problem, our bride price dowry culture is also part of the problem. It's put a price on a woman, maids are raised with the idea of finding a woman worth their cows. Well, Brenda today is on fire. She is on a roll, trying to give us wisdom. All right. That is equally one problem as well. I have had this conversation several times with some of my male friends, because by the time you put a price tag on something, it's the same way. Let me tell you something. You go to an Hermes store, okay? I have an Hermes scarf. I wish I had it. And you have that scarf. You buy it at $300, okay? There's a price to that. You can use it as much. You can flaunt it as much as you want, right? That's the logic behind it, isn't it? So by the time you're coming to pay for your wife's bride price, the notion most people have always understood bride price to be is you're buying a woman. You're buying this particular object. What should be understood by that is you're appreciating their family for taking care of this woman you're about to release them of. Okay? That is what bride price is supposed to be, okay? It's not the price tag on the woman's head, okay? It is appreciation. That's what we are supposed to take it as. But no, most of us take it as ni bei ya huyu mwanamke. And it's very unfortunate because that's how most people are raised. So even in this day and age, we need to change our thinking and our perception towards certain things. That is how we'll be able to avoid, and be able to step away from this culture that we are being associated with in terms of gender-based violence. Seeing women as things, objects of sexual gratification and not human beings. These are people. And the people who actually speak so bad about women, you wonder where they came from. Where they come from? Where did they come from? These people who insult women on a regular. Please give me an answer in the comment section. I just want one person to give me an answer. These men who are constantly raping and insulting women, where did they come from? Where did they come? That's why they say, give a woman a seed and she will give you a child. Okay? Women are people who multiply things in this world. And sometimes I actually wish we had more women in this world than men so that we can have abundance. Okay? Of everything, every virtue, we can have abundance. Because sometimes you look and then you're like, oh, these men have mothers. Okay? Woo! Laurie says, hurling insults at women is normal to Kenyan men. If I had a penny for every time a Kenyan man insulted me, Lois, you'd be a billionaire, right? I feel like you'd be a billionaire if you had, wow, Mary Manyeki. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, Mary Manyeki, for supporting the platform. Every time I hear that, I'm going to put a bell, okay? Let me tell you something. When I get the podcast equipment, you have sound effects. For when someone does great something for the show, you like to put an explosion sound or you put a bell, like something good has happened. So Mary Manyeki, thank you so much for supporting the platform today. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much, alongside Vera Keys, Maureen Kaburu from the USA, as well as Vera Keys, and of course, everybody else in the comment section. Tuna shukuru sana for your support and your participation each and every Thursday, okay? Wow. Your mom did well. The results are showing on you, Ichi. Thank you so much, Kids. Truly appreciate that. Sometimes you guys give me compliments, I feel like blushing, but thank you. Thank you. Truly appreciate it and noted. Let me tell you something. This platform is going to grow bigger and better with your support. All right. So I'm truly grateful to everyone who takes their time to watch my content, share my content, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you don't leave before subscribing. Okay. And like this video, guys. All the 20 that are here, like this video before we end it. Okay. So like the video, and let's communicate and proceed from there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary Manyeki. Received that. I can see Moses Omoke. Moses, thank you so much for that. I know you're watching, so thank you. My brother, thank you so much, Mose. Mose, I've seen you. Nimekwana. Shukran sana, bro. Asante. You see, even my brother is supporting me, and I'm not seeing him in the comment section, but I know he's watching. It starts with us mothers teaching our sons about body anatomy. Very, very true. It starts with you mothers, okay? Everything always starts with the woman. Even if men don't want to do it, let me tell you something. When a woman nurtures, they nurture, okay? That's why I keep telling some people, sometimes it's good to have a mother. Even if you don't, it's good to have a mother figure, okay? And if you have a mother, count yourself very lucky. Because, and apparently, not all mothers do that for their kids. Some mothers abandon their children. But if you're lucky enough to have a mother who has stood the test of time with you and educated and informed you about so many things in life, you have to be able to appreciate them. I called my mom today. She was like, I'm doing nothing. She was like, lights the lowest. So I've done nothing for my brother. I was like, you know what? Don't worry. We are alive. We are gonna do those for you. So if you have a mother figure, if you're a mother, it starts with you. Okay. Let's do the man equation out fast for a second. Okay. It's now we are absorbing them from this. But if we just educate, even as parents, mom and dad, educate our children about who they are as people, it's very important for them to know. All right. Sorry, Tash. Teshme, I'm sorry you are going through that. Okay. Oh my God, I didn't read that. Brenda, you're right. My dad Chabi always finds reasons to insult me simply because he had to pay dowry from me. Wow, that is so insulting. That is so insulting, Tash. I'm very sorry you have to go through that. And sometimes cultural differences, you see now, Tesh says her Dutch hubby. It's important for us to educate other people before they come to Africa. When I toured Europe, do you know most of the people, because the people who came to watch our shows were doing a musical. So most of the people who came to watch our shows were the older generation, and they kept asking us, how did you get to Europe? Did you go by boat? Some went to the extension of asking us if we walked to Europe all the way from Nairobi. I was like, wow, there's this thing called aeroplanes. Even Black people do board them, you know? Sometimes I would go to a supermarket, Albert Heijn, or it's costing 1,000. Somebody would scratch your skin thinking it's mad. I was like, wow, somebody tagged on my hair once. I was like, this ignorance is everywhere. It's with white people, it's with Black people. So it's just important. It starts from educating people from the household. All right. I'm so sorry, Tashmer, for that. I didn't see that, but so sorry for that. It's actually very sad. Thank you so much, Mary Manyeki. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Look at your face shining all there, Mary Manyeki. Thank you so much. Like and share. Samantha Adele says, do like and share this video. Share it with your tribe. Let them know Richie was speaking about a very important topic. We're going to be speaking more about this. And, hopefully in the future, once we get our podcast equipment, we'll be able to invite people into studio. All right. So we'll be talking about, how to support that as well. And to support that, check the description box of this particular video. There's a GoFundMe link and a PayPal link, whatever method you can support the channel with so that we get to the point. We truly, truly appreciate it. And if you can equally share that with your tribal friends, we will truly appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Mose. Mose has equally supported my channel via M-Pesa. So Mose is my brother. Love you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Women are the angels on earth, need to be respected, period. All right. That's actually very true. And before we end the show, I just like to end by saying, Bridget Ringtone. If someone has accused you of rape, the way Ringtone approached it, not the best way to go about it. Bridget's rant was so long, it included, men fighting her in business, especially in Nairobi, as a businesswoman and an event promoter and event organizer. There was so much in that. I felt so sad for her. And we don't need to demean each and everybody's experiences. We always need to uplift them so that they know better. And of course, the Shaffie Weru versus, Shaffie Weru versus Radio Africa situation. Shaffie Weru is suing Radio Africa for 21 million. You remember last week, Sunday, we spoke about it. This past Sunday, we spoke about it, and we kind of gave perspective on why they spoke about that. The one person I feel sorry for is that guy called, is it Neville? The other party in the radio station. It's very sad that you just got a job in this particular station and you're fired for your ignorance and lack of information thereof. Like, it's very sad. So Shaffie is suing Radio Africa for 21 million Kenya shillings. And then Radio Africa, via their lawyer, countersued Shaffie Weru for 150 million Kenya shillings. Now, how about that? You're over here suing, but on the other hand, you get countersued. It's very sad because we saw what these guys did. I don't know if I can get that video once again. We saw what they did. We saw, how they responded to that young lady. And then you come back and, start saying, oh my God, no this, no that, you're being vilified. Sometimes it's equally good to take, the jabs that are coming your way. Because honestly, before you ever get to say something, think critically about what you're saying. Is it positive? Is it kind? Is it good? Is it helpful? If it is not, I'd rather you just keep quiet with it. Because these are the same people who will look at you and be like, you know what? I don't feel like I need to justify what you're saying to me. Because by the end of the day, it's very sad that you're fired and then you have nothing to come back from. Most of our people right now, especially in the media industry, I beg your pardon, I'm sorry. Most of the people right now in the media industry are people who've been employed based on the fact that they have a career on TV, they have amassed a social media following, and that is how they get employed. Not knowing that such practices, you have to learn media ethics, you have to learn what you say on air, and these are things you go through training for. So you have sued Radio Africa here for 21 million shillings only, but Radio Africa has countersued you for 150 million. Now, wait, I want to read for you one of the statement that came from Radio Africa. I wish I'd put it up here. I didn't quite have, the time to put it. Where is it? Oh, sorry. Here it is. This is what Radio Africa put out in form of a document from their lawyer, okay? And I will read it for you. The company's reputation and corporate image have also been greatly damaged by your client's actions. Now, this is the Radio Africa legal team rebutting what Shaffie Weru's lawyers had sent to them. By your client's actions, Radio Africa and Homeboys have been publicly condemned in statement issued by industry regulators, the National Gender and Equality Commission, and the Kenya Private Sector Association, among others. As a result of the above, a lot of time and resources are now being expanded to assure the public that Radio Africa and Homeboys are not rape apologists. Okay? And I was very, very glad that they put that there. They said, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Verkeys. We are with you all the way. Francesca Chariot, thank you for showing love. Thank you so much. She got to do something. She won't be active in the comment section, but I'm watching and listening. Well, thank you so much, Verkeys, for that. Now, let me just read that part out again. As a result of the above, a lot of time and resources are now being expended to assure the public that Radio Africa and Homeboys are not rape apologists, and that the companies and brands do not support and condone gender-based violence, sexual assault, victim shaming, emotional abuse, and verbal abuse. This is a very wise lawyer. Linda Musita, head of legal Radio Africa, drafted this letter. And I read this letter and it resonated with me. I felt so happy reading it because she said they are not rape apologists. Rape apologists are people who give excuses as to why somebody was raped or give excuses as to why something happened. Don't be an apologist, okay? That is one of the reasons why these people were condemned. The company has further faced stern regulatory actions, including and not limited to a fine of 1 million shillings by the Communications Authority of Kenya. Please be advised the company shall robustly defend against claims made against defend itself against claims made by your client. Furthermore, Radio Africa Limited is a subsidiary, and its subsidiary, Homeboys Radio 2017 Limited, shall be suing your client for breach of contract and gross negligence leading to loss of current and future business and regulatory sanctions. Let me tell you something. Sometimes when it comes to all these big corporations, you can't win. Okay? Once they've done that, the companies shall be claiming damages of up to and not less than 150 million Kenya shillings across all Radio Africa brands and businesses. Recovery of 10% of the Communications Authority fine amount from him and per company policy on employee negligence. Radio Africa Limited and its subsidiary Homeboys Radio 2017 Limited shall also sue your client for putting the 15-year-old and 20-year-old well-established brands into disrepute. Please advise if you have instructions to receive summons for the above-mentioned lawsuits on behalf of Shaffie Weru. Yours faithfully, Linda Mosita. Let me tell you something. Look at that powerful woman. That is a letter that was written with so much power. Okay? Like he says, keep doing the good job. We're behind you. Thank you so much, Verakis. Truly appreciate your support. Verakis is one of our biggest supporters all the way from the USA. Richie, don't forget about us when you win your journalism award. I hope you have the speech written already. Oh, Brenda, I can assure you that speech is written and ready to go. Oh, thank you so much for always encouraging me, guys. Truly appreciate it. Richie, you should start an ethics, eloquence, and etiquette school and show them how it's supposed to be done. Okay, Faiz. Well, let me tell you something. Once the podcast is up and running, once we get all those equipment, I want you guys to rally behind me, and I'm always going to be asking for your support. As much as you support this platform, it's tough doing it by myself, but together we can all do it and achieve the target and hopefully set up the podcast within a given period of time. So if you get some time, just go to the GoFundMe Apple, and if you send any contribution via PayPal, just leave a comment saying, Richie, this is to support your podcast. All right. So thank you so much to everybody who supports me. Truly, truly appreciate it. All right. Now on to what Shaffie. Do you know how much Shaffie Weru was earning? Okay, Shaffie Weru was earning around, this is Shaffie Weru's letter to Radio Africa, the lawyers, MMA advocates, on behalf of Shaffie Weru. Section 2, alikuwa nasema, due to our client's exceptional performance, good work, and demonstrated leadership, our clients won several media personalities awards and was promoted to various positions within your organization. At the time of termination of his employment, he held the position of programs controller, Homeboys Radio, earning a gross salary of 682,000 Kenya shillings, exclusive of other allowances and medical benefits. So if you see somebody really fighting for their position, best believe this is what they're fighting for. I always tell you at the end of the day, it boils down to the money. Okay? Derek Jackson was on Clubhouse yesterday, Clubhouse on iPhone, defending himself against loss of business and loss of revenue because of his cheating scandal. Apparently, his wife has applied for another divorce now after all this has surfaced. Okay? So these people are not apologizing because they are guilty or they are remorseful. They are apologizing because they want their money back. If you are getting 680,000 minus other benefits and minus medical expenses, wouldn't you want your job back as well, especially this COVID period? During this COVID period, somebody is still earning 680,000. Shaffie Weru has been working for these two entities since I was a kid. I was not even a teenager. I was 12 when Shaffie Weru began working at Radio Africa. I was 12 years old. Imagine that. I was 12 years old when Shaffie Weru began working at Radio Africa. How old were you? because the letter says 18 years. I'm 30 now. He said working when I was 12. So how old is Shaffie now? You have sued for 21 million. You have been counter-sued for 150 million. Sometimes corporate giants always win these cases because in the contract it explicitly says, if you bring disrepute to the company, they have the right to terminate you. So even your case holds no water. Like, it's so sad. Sometimes when you get out of a situation, it's time to go back and do some soul searching. Take some time away from social media. Apologize genuinely and with the same energy you used to make those mistakes. Sometimes people don't understand. When you come to people with a genuine heart, they will always believe you. Don't come defending yourself the way Derek Jackson did after cheating on his wife with a whole bunch of myriad of women. Oh, Maximilian Hodge, Karibu Sana, thank you for coming. Better late than never. Okay. Coco Glam, official Miss Coco, umefika, karibu sana. Mazemoke says, eloquence up in here is amazing. Asante sana, bro. J Faiz, umeshangaa alikuwa anapata pesa ngapi? Well, bado utashangaa sana. Kila mtu akamate like. Yes, like the video if you haven't liked it yet. Thank you so much for being here and for spending your time with me. Shaffie lost a chunk of his coin. He should have muzzled his mouth. He beat the hand that fed him. That's very true. Shaffie always feels entitled. Let me tell you something. When you come to people and apologize, and you are actually very, very sorry about what you did, say you are ignorant, you were stupid, your mouth ran faster than your brain could catch up, people will understand you. You're human, unakosea. You are allowed to make those mistakes. But what gives you the measure of that good human being is how you come back from it, okay? And this is not the way. That shows that Shaffie still stands on what he said. He's full of pride, but he's about to be humbled. And true, he's going to be humbled, okay? Hopefully now he'll know to pick his battles. Well, professionalism and ethics are very crucial. I have seen a good surgeon lose Kenya shillings 2 million per month because of a very stupid mistake. License withdrawn. Respect your work. Sometimes learn your work ethic, okay? Learn the ethos that go with your, whatever you're doing, with your profession. Learn the ethos, the ethics that go with your profession. Learn them. It will save you a whole lot of trouble with people. And I will boil down to what I was saying. Sometimes it's not what you say. It is how you say it that matters, okay? So ponder upon that. You're suing somebody for 21 million. You're suing an organization of so many entities for 21 million shillings. After they have supported you for 18 years, you build a livelihood and a name and a brand for yourself. Sometimes it's important to think of how you approach situations. That's why it's good to have representation in terms of a PR firm that's going to manage your brand, and of course have brand and imaging, and have lawyers who are going to advise you the right way to handle the situations. Who is doing Shaffie Weru's PR? Because Joe Mfalme is very quiet over there. Neville is equally very quiet. Because you're caught with your hands in the cookie jar, there's not so much you can do, but you can always apologize and be sorry. When you go to people genuinely, they will always appreciate and be like, you know what? They recognize their fault. Don't copy-paste some letter and then post it on social media for people to read. And you expect people to understand that you're going to be remorseful. It is good to use the same energy. Ukikosea beshte yako, use the same energy ulitumia kumkosea to come back and say you're sorry. Sometimes saying sorry with immediate effect, sometimes being remorseful is equally very welcome. Like, people will forget very fast. By the way, ukisema sorry, watu usawaraka sana. But if you continue to want to justify why you said what you said, people are never going to understand you for that, okay? Coco says, very true, ego comes before downfall. Be humble, my friends. All right, so I want to take this time to thank each and every one of you who participated in this live. Thank you to our benefactors who supported this channel. I'd like to mention them once again, all right? Thank you so much to Mose Amoke, my younger brother. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Mose anani super chat kwa M-Pesa, okay? That's my younger brother. Love you very much, bro. Thank you so much. Mary Manyeki, thank you so much for supporting the channel this evening. Vera Keys, all the way from the USA, thank you so much for supporting the channel and for participating in this live. Maureen Kabuva, all the way from the US, thank you so much for supporting this live as well. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time this evening. I am so grateful for you who has participated, for the compliments, and for the birthday wishes to the Queen, my mother. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, as I sign off, this is a pop culture, entertainment, lifestyle travel platform. So much is yet to come this year. We were slowed a bit down because of, my confidence was shattered for a very long time, but I gained my power back through the strength of a Black African woman by the name of Leah Apindi Amoke, aka my mom, who celebrates her birthday today. All right. So happy birthday, Mom. I know you're watching. I love you so much. I thank God for you. I pray that we have many more years to celebrate and laugh about our experiences in the near future. So thank you so much, Mama. Truly appreciate you. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Jeffrey says Shaffie should take a page from Nick Cannon's book. When Viacom cut him off, he humbled himself because he knew he had a lot to lose. It's very important to humble yourself as well. Very, very, very important. I know Chebet is watching somewhere. So thank you guys so much for participating today. Truly appreciate it. And to those who contribute to the platform, to those who contribute to the GoFundMe, to those who are supporting my platform, once again, to support the podcast and for me to purchase that equipment, the GoFundMe link is in the description box below. Truly appreciate your time and the energy you put into supporting me. I truly appreciate it. Never goes unnoticed. I will forever be grateful to you for even spending your time Thursday evenings with me. Mimi nashukuru sana. The other two are smart because they apologize and lay low. They'll be able to bounce back. Sometimes it's good to be remorseful. Take a step back, do some soul searching. Okay, like I said, even me, I went and did some soul searching when my heart was crushed by this content creation process. Went and did some soul searching, met some great people online that encouraged me to continue producing more videos and more shows like this. So sometimes it's important to take a step back, build back your courage and your confidence, come back fresh and stronger, and of course, conquer the world of social media, entertainment, and content creation like I am. So these are baby steps, okay? Baby steps in the right direction. I'm going to call my mom and tell her I love her. Yes, please do. Tell your mamas you love them. Sometimes they just need to hear it, okay? I first sent her a message, and then she didn't have a phone with her for the better part of the day. So when she read a message, oh, Asante, she was relating on the phone. I was like, okay, nice, it's just a message, okay? So you can imagine what that small thought, that small message does to someone's heart, and someone's confidence, and someone's life, their happiness, their mood. It changes. So call your mama, tell them you love them. Happy birthday, Mama Richie, from official Miss Coco. So from me to you this evening, I'd like to salute you and just say thank you for being a part of this live stream. Thank you each and every other day. I am so grateful. That's a good advice I ever received from official Miss Coco there. All right. So thank you guys so much for supporting the platform. Nimeshukuru sana today. It's been a good time. It's been great interacting with you. Great being able to talk to you and share this Thursday evening with you. So from me to you today is good night and God bless you. Okay. Thank you and good night. God bless you guys. Bye-bye. See you next week. All right. Or anytime when I'm about to put up new content. Bye, guys.